Good evening, council, staff, residents. My name's John Willams. I live in Monte Malaga, and I'd like to comment on the impending tax discussions. I'm glad to see that council is taking up the task of the replacement parcel tax, and I expect great things. Based on recent comments in the survey, it appears that the new measure will total about $8.7 million annually, with a possible addition of $1 or $2 million. Now, I think that the $8.7 million could have passed last year on its own. All the discussion and dispute is the excess over $8.7 million. And I think that perhaps the council is giving up an opportunity to get more money because council members are allowed to advocate for this measure. Specifically, funds earmarked for pension debt reduction and City Hall refurbishment and maintenance, I believe, could achieve the 67% threshold with council backing. Unfortunately, council undersells pensions by not showing how it will address the little known but ever increasing debt. Additionally, they believe that residents do not care about City Hall, but on the other hand, the residents are unaware of the cost of inaction. Did we learn nothing from the experience of measures D, E, and PF? We need a Goldilocks solution, but are only offered solutions that are either too big or too small. Is it a good tactical maneuver to come back next year for an additional tax to pay for those two items? I discussed the pension issue at the 26th May meeting, so I refer to my late submittal under agenda item 6 for comments on that. The ongoing survey, like all surveys, is biased by the choice of questions. It's not really possible to put out a full survey that measures everything. The pension and facilities issues are not addressed in this survey. However, question 8 is prescient. Would you support including language that prohibits the use of funds for new city buildings or facility expansion projects? Well, that's halfway there. Despite multiple studies and reports, the council still does not deliberate repair and maintenance of city facilities. Instead, plans are afoot to replace the fire station and build a new police station. It's apparent that there has been some discussion between the city and the council, city and the county, which has not appeared in council deliberations. There was some discussion on next door, including Photoshopped concepts. Some people thought it was funny. Others thought it was rude. I thought a photo of FEMA trailers would be more appropriate and perhaps more likely. Thank you for your time and attention. Let's do something that 67% of the residents support.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. One small technical correction to what you said. So the same rules actually apply to a council-initiated measure as a citizens-initiated measure in terms of what the council can or can't advocate for. So once the measure is actually placed on the ballot, then we can't spend any public money to advocate for it. And that includes discussing it at city council meetings. So you know, for better or worse, our hands are tied in the same way. Now, obviously, we can go out into the community and discuss it, right? But we can't spend any public money. So just to clarify, we face the same limitations in explaining this or advocating for this as we did with Measure PF.
But not prior.